Hi, so far we have performed we have calculated time management, we have done with the cost management, and the third part of our lab for software project management course is risk management. So we need to analyze if there are any risk with our project. So in order to do the risk management scenario, what you have to do is we need to get our variant, get each of your variant based upon your student ID from the course website given by the instructor. So pick your own variant and in the download your variant and view the Excel file that's given here. So we need to calculate all the risk exposure values, so for multiple cases. So this is what it is displayed here. So the risk exposure for case 0, this is case 0, and that is calculated by multiplying probability in impact. And then we have for case 1, we are doing the same, we are multiplying probability and impact. This is for case 2, case 3, and case 4. And now we have here if based on your variant you will have what resources you'll be adding. So for this variant 0, I'll have tester 1 and developer 1 as my resources to be added, and the materials are desktop 4 and desktop 5. And in another case of mine, I'm adding 3 people, project manager, system analyst, developer, tester 1 and developer 4, 4 people I'm adding to the project file. And then the material resources are also added, so it varies based variant to variant. So make sure you download your file correctly. And then this table is calculated from lab 3 outcome. So you'll be getting all this data from lab 3, and this is also from lab 3, and this is calculated from the Excel, and this duration is from lab 3, and this is given by the instructor. So make sure you have all your data correctly. So this is how the details that are given in the manual here. So by default you'll have all your, in the Excel you'll have all this as blank. You need to just calculate the values, write in the Excel formulas. So as I've mentioned here, there are multiple cases. So case 1 is removing 1 person, case 2 is removing 2 persons, case 3 is adding 2 persons, and case 4 is adding 4 persons to the project team. Now what we have to do is, as I've mentioned previously, you need to calculate your values on the Excel file. So for each of the cases given in the Excel sheets. So this is how these are the values that they look like. So we need to calculate the hourly rate. As I've mentioned in my previous videos, calculating the hourly rate is nothing but the total salary per year by 2200. So when you divide that, you will get the hourly rate for the respective resources. So now you need to open up your 7F file of lab 2. So just navigate back to lab 2 of your files and get your 7F file. So this is my 7F file, and I'll be saving this file as 8A. So the 8A file, because we will be modifying these files on the ongoing lab. So this is the 8A that looks like. And then you need to just go to view data, tables and entry, view tables, this is the data group, and you're making it as entry, and this should be saved as 8B. So your 8B file looks like this. And then you need to set up a resource sheet for that. So in order to set up the resource sheet, what you have to do is select your, just go back to Gantt chart and go back to more views and select resource sheet. Click on apply. You'll see your resource sheet displayed here, and save this file as 8C. So you'll be saving all these three files on your lab 3 folder, because we'll be modifying these files majorly. Now open your lab 8B file, that is lab 3 outcome 8B. So because I've changed here, it looks like that. I'll make it task sheet. So on this file, what we have to do is we need to remove resources for the given tasks. We need to remove for row 6 and for row 11. So row 6, it means develop preliminary architectural model, and for row level it means develop initial descriptive budget. So I'll be removing their materials and as well. So you need to remove both human and material resources, associated material resources. So for system analyst 1, the associated material resources are laptop 3 and cell phone 3. So I will remove system analyst 1 from row 6. So just go to row 6, scroll right, and over here I have system analyst 1. So system analyst 1 and associated resources are laptop 3 and then cell phone 3. Click on enter and you will get this pop-up that this item is in progress and you still want to delete it, because this system analyst 1 is also assigned on another row, that is row 11, and we are trying to delete it. That is the reason you get this pop-up, and click on yes. And now I'll go back to row 11, and on row 11 I'm trying to delete system analyst 1, laptop 3, cell phone 3. You still get this message because you may have system analyst 1 on another rows as well for your another task. So click on yes. You can also do an alternate way of deleting the resources. It's just like what you can do is double click on the field, go to resources, and what you can do is select the task, click on delete. Delete. So all your tasks will be deleted. Click on OK and you'll get this pop-up. Say yes to it. So this is what it is shown here. Click on resources tab and this window appears, and on this window when you click on delete you will be prompted with this message that the item has still progress reported on it. So do you want to delete it, and say yes, and save this file as 9a. So your 9a is this. So this is your 9a with the deleted tasks. So I'll be closing my modified 8b file because I'll be changing this in future, so I don't want to save these changes. So my AB is saved now. So that is your 9a. So open your 9a file. So this is your 9a, and now you need to view the cost sheet view for this as well, the cost view. So go to tables and select cost. So you will get this column and save this file as 9b. So you can see the entry sheet view here and the cost sheet view here. So we are done with the first case of removing one resource, and our next case is removing 2 persons from the project team. So you need to repeat the same process. Just open up your 8b file. So open your 8b file, and what you have to do over here is just click on the task. So it is said that remove system analyst 1 and his or her material resources from row 6 and row 11, also removing developer 2 from his or her material resources from row 21 and row 29. So you need to follow the same steps I've mentioned here. You just have to select the row, and suppose for row 21 I'm removing developer 1 and developer 2, and his resources are desktop 2. So developer 2 and desktop 2, just uncheck on the field, you'll get this message. So while removing like multiple resources like this, you will be shown with this warning symbol here. What you have to do is you just have to select that, hover on it, select the field, and you'll see this displayed like increasing the duration or keep the same amount of work, or decrease the amount of duration, keep the same amount of duration. So what you have to select is, you must be selecting the pop-up increase the duration but keep the same amount of work. So if you are not selecting this, you may see a different values for your risks. So what you have to do is increase the duration and keep the same amount of work. When you do that, the warning goes away, and save that file as 10a. So your 10a looks like this. So when you delete developer 1, system analyst 1 and his raw material resources from the corresponding rows that are mentioned on the manual. So after you delete, you need to save this file as 10a, that is entry sheet, and the other one is cost sheet as 10b. So your 10b looks like this. So this is what we are dealing with, removing resources from the actual project sheet. So now we need to add multiple resources. In order to know how to add multiple resources, human and material resources, please follow my next recording on Project Risk Management Part 2. Thank you.